Picture it, Los Angeles 2026.
Welcome to Out on the Lanai, the only Golden Girls podcast you're ever gonna need to listen to. I'm HAlanScott / Sadie Pines. You like how I do that like it's a threat?
I do. I'm Kerri Doherty, and today we're bringing you another Golden Rewind, where we go back and rewatch our favorite episodes of The Golden Girls and offer new insights since we first started breaking down these episodes way back in 2014. And it's time to put a sick pig in your bed and spend money you don't have, because we just rewatched Season 3, Episode 3, Bringing Up Baby.
I was gonna make a joke that your description there sounded like my love life. You know, because like you put a sick pig in the bed and then spend money you don't have. It feels like a lot of gay men.
Does it? It certainly paints a picture. If the pig in question is a person, yeah, it's certainly, it makes
this
a
episode.
statement.
I mean, I know we've watched this episode a ton of times, but like, it is one of those that is just so like there is never not a moment, even though I've seen it a million times, that I don't literally laugh out loud at Doherty running in a giddy frolic, or her being upset about the way Blanche uses her money, saying even your money, you know, whatever. Like there are so many moments in this episode that genuinely make me crack up.
Yeah, this episode had a lot of jokes. Sophia had a lot of great jokes in this episode.
Yes.
And one thing I love about like what the Golden Girls did when it comes to like stories of women of a certain age, and they do it in this episode, is they tackle this notion of women of a certain age becoming parents again. Like when Blanche thinks she's pregnant, when Blanche wants to adopt David, when Blanche dates a rich guy with kids, when that baby's abandoned at their house during the marathon.
Yeah.
And, in this episode, it's obviously a joke because, the baby ends up being a pig, and then that's what the episode becomes about. But it's a great topic for a show like this to cover. And one thing that's so great about covering these episodes, 10 years later, is I'm now a mom of a certain age. And I think about things like that. Like, I think about how old I'm going to be when, my kids graduate from high school. And I'm like, oh man, how old am I going to be when they're going to have to start taking care of me? They're going to be too young when I get to that age. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I start thinking about all that stuff. So it is interesting watching these as a mom now, because I do have such a different perspective. But yeah, I love this episode. I love this episode.
So, and we're sorry that we're publishing this one late. It was because of me. I'm just gonna say it was all because of me, because I was at South by Southwest in my Texas adventure. It was definitely an adventure. I did all the things. I had a great chat with Jamie Lee Curtis, and that was fantastic. Hats off. And I also had great chats with Lisa Kudrow about the comeback. Speaking of, you can go listen to my chat with Lisa Kudrow about the comeback, and Michael Patrick King and Dan Buchanitsky now on the Parting Shot podcast. And then soon the video will be up on YouTube, and it was great to see them there in Austin, and they had a big premiere, and there's video coming out from that. So like it was a good busy trip. There was a lot to do. I stopped by Houston on my way back, and because I had to visit Aurora Greenway's home in terms of endearment, I had to visit that home. So I did that. That was very important to me. And yeah,
did you make that stop just for that?
Yes.
Incredible.
Terms of endearment is that important to me. Thank you.
Still haven't ever seen it. I cry enough. I cry enough.
Oh my God. It's so good. But no, Texas was great, and we apologize for this being late. I was supposed to be home within enough time yesterday, but my flight was canceled, and then the airline drama ensued. So I made it home very late.
Yeah, I know. We were frantically texting, and I'm glad to be back. I realized, so my little Oreo brought home 3 back-to-back viruses from transitional kindergarten, and I like just got better. I was sick for like a month straight. Like our entire household was sick for a month straight. So I was just telling you before you hopped on, I was like, I'm feeling better. I swear to Christ, if my child starts sneezing tonight, like I just need like a week of not being sick.
Yes. You know what I love though about the audience that we have and that listens to this podcast? So, you know, like so many of you who've been listening for a very long time, you've kind of grown up with us. You've lived your lives with us. Like you're living our lives with us, and you've seen our families grow, our relationships grow, our careers grow, like all the things. And it is really because even while I was away, I was getting messages about, you know, being concerned about you, or them being like, excited for the excited. I even at South by Southwest, I had people in the audience coming up saying that they had listened when they came to the Jamie Lee chat. They've listened to the podcast, and there was a thing I had told Jamie Lee that I had a Golden Girls podcast because she said a story about Betty White, and I told her I had a tattoo on my arm, and I almost was gonna show, but then I was like, this doesn't need to be about me, and so I didn't show.
That
But
must have been that's showing really good restraint. I would have a really hard time not showing my Golden Girls tattoo if Jamie Lee Curtis
Well,
mentioned Betty White.
I am a professional, but afterwards I was showing lots of people in the audience. So to everyone who came up to me at South by Southwest, thank you. There are many of you, and we love you so much. But no, it really, this past week solidified the joy that I get from this community more than anything else that I do, because what I love is that so many of you are part of the journey of the other things that we do. And whenever I get to meet you in public, or you get a comment or a DM about something unrelated to the Golden Girls, but invested in our lives in the ways that you are, it really means a lot. So I thank you.
How lovely.
Yes, yes. It's
I
so
love that.
lovely. It's
I
so
love that. I
lovely.
love that.
Yeah.
Well, before we get into talking about today's episode, I do want to talk about what's going on in the GGVIP Club this week over on Patreon. So we are doing an all new Rusty Anchor Happy Hour bonus episode. This week we're talking about celebrity hall passes. Who would be on who the girls' hall passes would be if they lived in 2026, our own celebrity hall passes, our partners'
Mhm.
celebrity hall passes.
I don't know if I'm gonna
Um,
go that far.
why?
Well, I mean, I don't. I give permission for me to be involved in this podcast. I don't necessarily give permission for him to be involved. That's up to him.
I see. Okay, well, that's fine.
Yeah, I
That's
need to
fine.
buy.
That's fine. If Michael does not want to partake in the game, that is totally fine. Maybe I'll just give Stan like a bonus extra one. And the
Yes.
reason we're doing this is Stan and I were just having this conversation the other night, because I think we were watching a show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we were rewatching an episode of The Valley, and they were all
Oh.
talking about hall passes, and so
Mm.
Stan and I were talking about ours, and he's like, "You don't even need to say who yours is. I already know. I don't
He
need to hear it
knows yours
again."
immediately.
Oh, he knows mine immediately.
Oh
And
wow!
yeah, and people
You're
might be a
that
little
obvious.
surprised.
You're that obvious
I'm
about it.
that obvious. I talk about this
Wow.
person all the time. Um
Okay.
and so
Okay.
people listening on the Rusty Anchor Happy Hour, when you hear who it is, you might be shocked, or you might be like, "Oh no, that totally lines up."
Oh my God,
Um
I love this.
yeah.
It's a teaser.
Yeah, it's a big teaser. So, and it's someone
Yeah.
who recently got kind of a bump in their profile because of a certain appearance, but
Oh, is it?
no,
I don't.
you can't
Okay.
say. You can't say.
Okay.
It's the
I
Rusty
won't
Anchor
say.
Happy Hour.
I
So
won't say.
if you want to find out who our hall passes are, head on over to patreon.com/Golden Girls Podcast, and sign up.
Yes.
Sign up, sign
A-
up. You get so much great stuff.
And I'll talk more about South by and the adventures and things, some behind the scenes tea that you can
Oh
get.
yeah, because you told me you met someone there and who was like a big Golden Girls fan, maybe an actor that people
Oh
don't know
yeah.
is a huge
I
Golden Girls
literally
fan.
forgot as you were saying it. I was like, "Oh, what did I tell her? What did I say?" So, yes, I did. And I'll include that clip as well. Thank you for
Okay.
reminding me about that,
You
but
have a clip of this person
I'm
talking
going to
about the
say
Golden
this.
Girls.
Yes, I'm going to say it is, and we'll release it on the main Instagram at some point, but when the story comes out, I have to wait, obviously, but on the Patreon, you get to get it first. But I'll give you a teaser. It's an actor who maybe loves a park, maybe loves a recreation, but also perhaps sometimes gets lost in a very complicated office building.
And while in that office building, likes to party down hard.
That's true. That's
What
true.
a fun game that was.
That was fun.
Should we take a break and then talk about this episode? I have so many fun
Yes.
notes.
Okay, I'm game. Let's go. Bye. But we'll be back.
So literally the first shot of this episode is a cab backing out of the driveway.
Yeah.
And it made me think about how at this point on the Golden Girls, they're not shooting these exteriors on this house at this house in Brentwood anymore. They're shooting them at the MGM backlot.
Yeah.
So as someone, you know a lot about Disney and parks and theme parks and stuff, I just think about the investment of building and maintaining the exterior of the Golden Girls house just for these exterior shots. Because I think about when I used to work on the Goldbergs, anytime they did an exterior, they always went to the same house. Like the Golden Girls house is in Brentwood, they would just go back to that Brentwood house over and over again versus building an entirely new house.
Yeah.
Do you think that it just happened to be the timing of building the MGM backlot and that the Golden Girls was so popular that that's why they built it to do those exterior shots? Because otherwise, like, what an investment. How much, that's so much money to spend to build a replica of a house on a
Well,
backlot
I don't know.
versus just to shoot cars going in and out of the driveway.
I don't think so, actually. I don't think it is that. I think it's actually probably a better investment to do so because I think, and I could be wrong in this, but when you shoot at a real person's house, you have to pay them obviously for the use of
Yeah.
their house for the day that they use it.
Hmm.
And that involves insurance and that involves a lot of different things. Whereas if it's on the lot, you don't have to worry about a lot of those things. And it's probably relatively cheap product that is creating the artifice of the house. We're talking fake because it's not a close up. It's a far away shot. So the plants likely aren't real. It's a lot of
Hmm.
cardboard. It's a lot of like cheap material probably from a distance. You're not going to know. And so I think it might have been cheaper for them to do it on the lot and to have it on the lot.
I
You
don't know.
know?
I feel like they could have done it in a day. They rent the house from the people for one day.
Yeah, but think about how
They
much
they
that
shoot
is.
they shoot all the cars going in and out. They shoot a cab going in and out. That's all they ever used it
Well,
for. I don't know.
sure. No, but it isn't though, because the video quality's changed over the years. So like the exterior shot in season 7 is very different video quality than the
Mm,
exterior shot in season 2. And so
okay.
there is a chance that they're banking on
Mm,
technology changing even over the
okay.
years,
I
you
was just
know?
curious. I was like, huh,
Yeah.
that it just made me think of that. I was like, wow, what an investment. But yeah, maybe
Yeah.
maybe too, they were like, we need to have some cool stuff on the back lot and they just
Yeah,
wanted to have the
it's a
house.
fun thing to
Yeah.
have on the back lot too, you
Yeah.
know?
Oh, yeah. I saw it
Yeah.
before. I got to see it before they tore it down when my class went there. Our senior trip, we went there, and I have like a very grainy photo of it that I took with my little like disposable camera.
Oh, that's cute. I saw
So
I
yeah,
saw on the Disneyland ride, like, or the Disney World ride. Like, I saw the whole
yeah,
thing. Yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
it's cute.
Lovely.
It's cute.
Anyway, yeah. Wow. Just spent 10 minutes talking about the
We
first
did
four
not. We
seconds of the
spent
episode.
three minutes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. It felt like 10.
Mm,
I love this story about Sophia losing her glasses.
so cute.
I love that she tried to call Dorothy from a condom dispenser.
I mean, relatable. I can actually, you know what's crazy? I've been thinking about this a lot. In watching this, I thought about this. I yeah, I would be in very bad shape without my glasses at this point in my life. Like, I would not be able to read. Like, I
Mhm.
wouldn't be able to see. I could drive and stuff because distance really isn't my problem, but, like,
Yeah.
I would not be able to see my phone, I wouldn't be able to see, like, it would be difficult.
Well, would you go as long as Sophia did without any she doesn't even bust out a magnifying glass. This woman is walking around the house. There are so many
Yeah.
hazards around her. She can't see shit. She
Mm.
I love the runner of how many like things she mistakes for other things, like Blanche's thigh as part of the
Mhm.
couch. She
Yeah.
mistakes a pig for a baby and then a pig for Dorothy.
Which where
Um
I have more to say on the pig for Dorothy when we get to that.
Okay, okay. So, well, yeah,
Yes.
let's get to that story. So, Rose comes home, big news. She's going to be a mother again.
Yeah.
I love Dorothy's joke where she's like, Rose, we've been over this 100 times. You can't get pregnant by sitting on the toilet
So
seat at the mall.
funny. So
Imagine,
funny.
just imagine you're at a mall in a bathroom.
Mhm.
You see two elderly women in this bathroom. You see one woman frantically lining the toilet seat with like
Yes.
those little liners, like mumbling
Yes.
about not getting pregnant. Then you see another popping quarter after quarter into a condom machine.
Mhm. I mean, I I
What a
would love it.
sight.
I would love it.
What a
I would
sight.
love
What a
it. Yes.
sight. What a
Yes.
story to tell at parties.
I mean, this old lady kept talking into a condom machine.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So turns out Rose got a telegram. Her
Mm.
uncle Hingelblotter passed away and is leaving Rose
Mm.
custody of his baby.
Yeah.
Which, if I were Rose, I would be like pissed. Like, this isn't something that I agreed to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could
No,
you
I would be
imagine?
too. I mean, I don't know. Rose is a different type of person. So, like, I think she would be A-okay with this news. If I got it, if it was me, I would be like, "Let's have bacon."
Well, they
Like,
don't know it's a pig yet, so I would hope they
oh,
wouldn't
well,
fry the
she does,
baby up
though.
to make
She
baby
does.
bacon. No,
She
she doesn't know
knows.
yet.
Oh,
No.
well, she doesn't. You're right. Okay,
No, she
sorry.
doesn't know
Oops.
yet. So, no, I'm with you. Like, if somebody out there has a will where, like, if they die, I get their kid, I am
Mm.
not going to be happy. I'm gonna be like, "How dare you?" I mean, I'd probably,
Yeah.
I'd take the kid, but,
It
like,
reminds me of
it's
the
something you have to talk to someone about ahead of time.
It reminds me of the fantastic and underrated Gary Marshall-directed film, Raising Helen,
Right?
starring Kate Hudson,
Mhm.
Joan Cusack, and sometimes the unfortunate Felicity Huffman. And it is, what's her name? Kate Hudson, they're all sisters, and then Felicity Huffman, unfortunately, or depending upon how you look at Felicity Huffman's career, fortunately, dies. And then she leaves the child with Kate Hudson, even though Joan
Mhm.
Cusack is like super mom. And so
Mm.
the kids effectively raise Helen, thus raising Helen. She learns how to be a mother.
And also Raising Hell.
Raising
It's in the
Hell as
name.
well. It is
Yeah, it's a
actually
little bit of a play on, yeah, that's
it's a
clever.
really good movie. Let me
That's
just
clever.
say, it is a good
That's
movie.
clever.
Helen Mirren's in it too.
So yeah. So Rose gets this telegram. It's really sweet that the women are all open to the idea of being mothers
Can we talk about
again.
Blanche's outfit here for a second? Because it is
The blue
so the
dress.
blue dress with the
I
white
wrote that
pearls and the way
down.
it hugs her body in a way that is so perfect and voluptuous, and it is
Mhm.
just
She
chef's
doesn't wear that
kiss.
shade of blue often. That's more of like
Yes,
a rose color and it looks stunning.
nor does she often in a regular capacity, like I'm talking about when it's not necessarily a special
Mhm.
occasion, does she wear this form fitting of an outfit. This outfit was like sewn to her body. And
Yeah.
when that happens, usually it's because of a gag, the red wedding dress, etc. It's because
Mhm.
of something that is needing to be shown off. But more often than not, Blanche is wearing pretty flowy, low cut
Mhm.
type
Yeah.
things. She's not wearing tight clothes. And this was
It
nice.
was toy. I liked it. I
Yes.
liked it.
Yeah.
I was also thinking because when Rose said it was her, knowing her age, when it's her uncle, Hingelblotter, who has a baby, a little
Hmm.
baby, I was
Hmm.
like, oh man, that just reminds me that, like, while women have this burden of a ticking biological clock, men well into their senior years, Al Pacino, are still capable
Robert
of
De Niro.
fathering a child. Robert De
Yeah.
Niro, Bobby D. So yeah,
Yeah.
that was just a reminder. Um, so then so they all decide, like, great, let's take the baby. We're gonna be moms. Then I
Hmm.
love this moment where Sophia, oh God, poor Sophia, she comes into the kitchen during breakfast thinking it's the bathroom and almost pees on the floor. And
Which,
when Rose tells her she's in the kitchen, she's like, oh man, that means I'm poaching an egg in the toilet.
and she like runs out.
She runs out.
Yeah.
It's also funny that she was able to she made it all the way out to the kitchen to get the egg.
Mm-hmm.
But like she is so out of sorts that she walked all the way back to the bathroom thinking it was just the other side of thinking she walked 2 feet away to the stove to make the egg.
I mean, good for her,
Yeah.
though. Good for
Um,
her.
Another little detail I liked, I loved that Blanche is reading a book on raising a child, which at
Yeah.
first I was like, oh, that's weird. You'd think she would just do it like she did it before, but I
Well,
forgot the governess raised her kids.
you know what's interesting about Blanche in this? As I was watching that, I thought to myself, she's probably selfishly thinking, well, these women are much older than me and they're going to be dead soon. So I'm going to have to I'm going to be a single mother.
Oh, that's so funny.
And
I
so
better
she's
start
like,
looking for, yeah.
I better start preparing once these women kick the bucket.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So then Chester T. McGreeny legal counsel shows up with
Yes.
Baby,
What
who
a
is in
voice that
fact,
actor has.
I know, I thought it was great casting.
Yeah.
The baby is in fact a pig, which is
Mm-hmm.
something you think the lawyer would have mentioned, but of course this is St. Olaf, so like,
Aren't
you know.
pigs okay? Now I don't know much about farm animals. I'll say this. I'll preface this by saying this. Although one time I saw some true crime show, I forget what, of pigs eating a human, of a criminal getting knocked into a pig pen and he died because the pigs literally ate him. I don't know if pigs are violent. I don't think pigs are violent. But anyone who understands farm animals, please let me know. I would be concerned, even though it's an old pig, I would be concerned of a pig of that size living in this home. I feel like it
Mm,
might actually be like not only bad for the pig, but also like violent.
interesting. Well, I
Yeah.
wonder if a single pig on its own is passive, but then when you have a pig pen, a pen of pigs, maybe that's
Mm.
where they get maybe that
It's like
makes them
it's like
aggressive.
it's like Animal Farm situation. They get
Yeah,
very
I also don't
angry.
know anything about pigs or farm animals. I do know hippos are very violent towards humans. You never want to have an encounter with a hippo.
Oh, well, well, I think all animals could be violent.
I mean, look, anyone, anything has the potential to snap at any time.
Can I tell you, this is a sidebar, but I have to share this. I was flying home last night and there was a lot of emotions happening in my day of travel. It was a full day situation. And I was watching this Netflix documentary on dinosaurs and it basically connects like it's like, oh my God, civilization, like animals, whatever. And when the dinosaurs died, I cried.
Yeah.
I cried. Like
Yeah.
it was like really
That's
sad.
that's
It was
huge. That's
so
a big moment.
it was so sad, and then they connected it to, like, sharks and birds and dinosaurs of the day, and I was like, "I'm never gonna look at them the same way again."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can be sad for the dinosaurs. That's
I
okay.
was so sad for the dinosaurs
Yeah.
because it ended in a beautiful way where this, like, T-Rex is, like, feeding her babies or whatever, and then the Morgan Freeman's the voiceover and be like, "But
Uh,
she had no idea that in a matter of a day, they'd all be gone." And then they
yeah.
were.
Mm-hmm.
It's very sad.
Anyway, should we play our first clip to maybe bring the mood back up to see a giddy
Sure.
Dorothy prance across the room when she
Oh,
learns about the
yes.
money?
Oh, yes. Okay, playing.
That's why he left you $100,000 to make sure baby would be well taken care of.
Well, I take care of him for free.
Oh, shut up, Rose. Tell me, how long does Rose have to take care of this pig before she gets the money?
As long as he lives.
Oh, forget it. Well, I split the money with you, girls. Forget it.
How long does a pig live?
About 25 years.
Forget it.
How old is this pig?
29.
Welcome, baby.
Okay, I am so Blanche in the moment where Rose, once he says the thing and then Rose goes, "Oh, well, I would do it for free." I am fully Blanche being like, "Shut up."
Yeah.
Like when you have that
Yeah.
friend who, like, whatever, the parent is wanting to pay for dinner and then someone's like, or whatever it is, whatever the situation is. And then someone's like, "Oh, no, 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 you don't have to do that." And I'm like, yes, they
Let's
do.
split it 8 ways. Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. Like, don't speak for everyone. So I have a question, and
Sure.
you know me, I like to poke holes.
Yes.
So Chester T. McGreeny, legal counsel, says that the reason the women are getting $100,000 is to make sure baby's well taken care of. But
Yeah.
they don't get that money until after baby dies, meaning they
Mm.
can't use the money to help take care of baby while he's alive. And if anything, the money only incentivizes the women to do a terrible job of taking care of baby so that he'll die sooner, leaving them the money.
Okay,
Right?
now I don't know if this is standard practice. However, I do have a real life example of this, and it is actually kind of tragic. But um well, not tragic. It's a good story at the end. But y'all know my older brother has cerebral palsy, and he was born on an army base, and the ambulance didn't show or whatever, and my mom went into labor and had him like 4 months premature. And the only reason why he lived is because the dog, again, animals, the dog licked his face and like created an air passageway that then, of course, he has cerebral palsy from it, but he
Hmm.
survived. Anyway, my mom sued because the ambulance never arrived, and likely things would have been very different for Jason if
Hmm.
someone had been there. So there was a settlement that was reached, and I forget the whole terms, but basically it was because the assumption was this kid is not going to live very long. And
Hmm.
so the assumption was, well, then let's just give a guarantee of money every month of this kid's life until either he dies or turns 18. He's not going to turn 18. So let's just do that. And then it'll compensate the family for all of the trouble they've had to go through over the
Hmm.
years with medical bills, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So that was the agreement. That was the settlement. And Jason just kept on living and living and living. Now, let me tell you, from age 0 to 18, we were broke as fuck. Like, we're talking because of all of the 18 surgeries he had, and or however 20 some surgeries he had, and like all the things he needed.
Wow.
But then when he turned 18, that kid bought himself a purple Mustang, even though he can't drive, because he got a shit ton of money, and it paid back my mom. It paid back all of the things, and it helped settle a life that was very complicated for. And now he's
Hmm.
still living, guys. He's still living. He's still great. He's still fine. Everything's wonderful. But so that isn't, I think there's like a precedent. I think that might be a thing that like sometimes settlements do, where they're just like, wait it out and then the gold comes when it's all over, kind of deal,
Mm.
you know?
Interesting.
Yeah.
I love that your brother bought a Mustang.
Literally, that was all he wanted. And the thing is, he never could drive it because he can't drive, obviously. And so he just
Yeah.
wanted to be driven around in this purple Mustang. And I think
I
that
love
I learned
that.
how to drive on that car. Like that is like it's just really funny. And that was the one thing he wanted. He wanted that purple Mustang. Nothing else,
Yes.
nothing like whatever. He just wanted that purple Mustang. So yeah.
Well, I'm so glad that he got a Mustang.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so these women, they gotta take care of baby now. And
Well, let's take a break
oh yeah.
and find out what happens with dear baby after this break. Dun dun dun.
That was gonna scare the crap out. Somewhere a baby was napping on a woman and it just jumped. So baby living at the house is not going very well. Baby roams around the house. He burps and it smells like 4 burning
How
tires. He
much do you
tore
think
up
this pig weighs?
I don't
It's
know. I
gotta
feel
be
like
200
a hundred
pounds.
a hundred pounds, 200 pounds. Yeah,
I'm
it's a
thinking
big
because it's a
pig.
big pig.
Yeah, yeah. I'd say between 1 and 200 pounds.
Yeah.
It's a big pig. It's a big pig. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the kind of thing where like it's bumping into things. It's like knocking over
And it's
vases
probably
and
eating stuff and eating. Yeah, it's like, it's not supposed to be there. This is actually animal
Mhm.
abuse.
I do love, there's a great joke where, again, Sophia still doesn't have her glasses, and baby comes out onto the lanai plug
Plug.
and starts eating out of a bowl, and then Rose comes out and she goes, "You get inside and eat your slop before I slap that pink hiney." And Sophia's like, I'm going. Because she's like, that's how they used to call us for meals at Shady Pines. She had so many great jokes.
Oh, she's great in this
Um,
episode.
Also, another little kind of Golden Girls tie-in to pigs. George Clooney
Yes.
famously keeps pigs as pets, or at least did for a time.
Oh, I didn't know that. How'd you know that?
It's just like a thing that people
Oh,
know about George Clooney, that he used to
I
have
didn't
pet
know that.
pigs.
Okay,
Yeah,
good to know. Good to know.
yeah.
Oh,
So if Clooney can do it,
yeah.
you know. But then sadly, baby collapses. And while Rose is worried sick, the other three women can't stop talking about what they're going to do with the money, which is really, it's kind of disappointing. But we
I
do get a
mean,
really funny joke here that you referenced earlier, if you want to play that clip.
oh, I'll play that clip. Yes.
Well, I'm sure not putting my money into stocks and bonds. Hey, this is found money. This is fun money. This is hot beaches and sweaty men money. This is get naked and roll around on the ground money.
Even your money has more fun than I do.
I need to know, like, I have a feeling I know the answer to this, but what kind of person are you when you come into, as Blanche says, fun money?
Oh, you mean hot regions and sweaty men money?
Yeah. Yeah. What do you do with sweaty men money?
I mean, hot regions and sweaty men money is, yeah, going somewhere hot and exotic, like to an island, and
Mhm.
yeah, paying men to rub hot oil on your body, I'm assuming, Blanche?
Oh, no, but what would you do if you received just if you just randomly received $10,000?
Oh, I mean, I'm Dorothy. I'm like putting it into an investment fund for my child to, freeze eggs or go to college or whatever.
Yeah, I want to say that I'm like that, but I recently saw a video of Coleman Domingo in an interview giving about talking about when he first got like a bonus or something for a show. I think it was the big gay sketch show back in the day that he was on. And he got like $10,000 or something like, just a small amount. Well, for what an act, whatever. It's not small, but you know what I mean. And he was like, I wasn't expecting that money. I didn't know that was come from. So I decided just to blow that money, just go on a vacation. Everything was a yes. Everything was just a yes, yes, yes. Just have fun and create memories. And I kind of love the freedom of that. I love
Yeah.
the concept of, yeah, you work hard. This is money that you weren't expecting. So it's not like it's a part of your yearly budget or what you should be doing or blah, blah, blah. It's quite literally just, it was a surprise. Go have some goddamn fun. And I kind of like that.
What would you do? Where would you go?
If I randomly got like $10,000, I would probably, I tend to be the type of person that I go two ways. I agree to doing the smart thing with half of it, meaning paying off a credit card or whatever, whatever the situation might be. And then the other half, buy myself something pretty.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Do
Yeah.
something to like make myself a little bit happy, to be like, okay, well, I'm going to do that. I'm going to make myself happy here. But I'm going to do a responsible thing too. That way it's sort
Mhm.
of in both camps.
Well, if I were to truly treat it as fun money, then I think me and Stan would go on like a food tour of Italy. That's what I really like to do.
Oh, that would be
Yeah.
so fun. You should so
Mhm.
do that someday when you get
I would
fun
love to
money.
someday. Yeah, maybe when we have fun money and we're like retired or something, we'll go and do that.
Yes. Have you been
Yeah.
to Italy?
No.
Oh, you should go to Italy. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll go to all the places that Stanley Tucci went to. Just call it a day.
Make
Um,
sure Stan shaves his head and does like Stanley Tucci wherever he goes.
So yeah, the tooch is loose. Sure,
I
I'll
can't
let him.
imagine Stan without any hair. I really can't. He would still be
Well,
hot,
have you ever met
but I
his
don't.
brother?
I have, I think.
Yeah, his brother shaves his head, and they look pretty similar. So
Oh, well, then maybe Stan will be hot without hair.
yeah.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I don't know. I can't picture it either.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so it bums me out that instead of being supportive of Rose, the women go out shopping. And when they get back, a vet is there. Rose has brought this vet over to check on baby, who says that baby isn't physically ill, he's just dying of homesickness. And
Mm-hmm.
as the doctor would tell Dorothy in a later episode, it's mental.
I mean, I believe it. I do think, just for people, I do think that your mental health can impact your physical health. I mean, I'm sure there are science
100%.
things,
Mhm.
there are people that prove this, but like it happens with me when I'm super stressed, when I'm like this past week. So I was so stressed. Every day was 8 a.m. until 1 a.m. and it just didn't stop. And I felt
Mhm.
pulled in lots of different ways. And my skin was reacting in weird ways. I wasn't eating.
Mhm.
My stomach was screwed up. Like everything was screwed up because I was just nonstop. And I think
Mhm.
stress and I think anxiety and all that can have a big impact on your, whatever.
Yeah, not to mention, like, what a big change for baby, right? You go from living on a farm in Minnesota where they have seasons, and now all of a sudden you're living in this little house on Richmond Street in Miami. It's like, and I'm sure, if we're looking at like a Charlotte's Web kind of situation or any animal movie, really, I bet baby had friends
Yeah, I
on that
agree.
farm.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a huge change.
It
So,
was sad. Baby was sad.
mm-hmm. And then, so Rose wants to send baby back to Minnesota to live with other relatives and hopefully get better. And I hated seeing the women gaslight Rose by saying, like,
Yeah.
oh no, baby shouldn't go on a plane. It could kill him. And Blanche was like, no one could take care of baby as good as we can. And then Rose is like, thinks they're being genuine. And she's like, thank you. You're the best friends I could have ever asked for. And then for like a quick second, they're like, I feel bad. But then they just go out and do more shopping. I was really
Yeah,
disappointed.
I know, but at the same time, it is a pig.
No, I know, but it's Rose's feelings
I
too.
know, I know, I know. I struggle with this too.
It felt like the way they were treating her felt to me like how Sophia was taking advantage of Rose when she pretended to be her dead husband in the fruit bowl.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Of course you're right. But
Yeah.
I want the
But
I want the
but
money for them.
I know. Well, luckily there's redemption with these women, so I didn't stay angry for long. Um, Dorothy finally comes around. Like the guilt is eating away at her. But at this point, it's a little late because they've spent a lot of money. Blanche and Sophia went and bought a Mercedes.
That's crazy.
Well, I guess the equivalent of, I looked it up. So $100,000 in like 1987 or 8, we'll say, would have been about $300,000. I don't know. How much could you get a Mercedes for?
I mean, I'm thinking like 70,000,
Okay.
but maybe back then it was 40. I don't know. I don't know how much cars were back then.
I don't know. If you were like, it cost a nickel, I'd be like, all right, sure.
Mm-hmm.
There's also mention of Blanche's sons. I didn't realize, I remembered Skippy, but she
She has
also
two.
has, no, she has 3.
Oh,
Biff,
yeah.
Biff, Doug,
Oh,
which
Doug.
is
I always
funny
forget
that
Doug.
well, we never meet any of them. Skippy's been
Yeah.
mentioned a couple times. Remember, like,
No,
I
I know
brought my son
Skiff.
Skippy home in that towel.
I know Skippy
Um,
and Buff. Those are the two that I always remember.
so yeah, Biff, Doug, Skippy, and then obviously Rebecca and Janet. So she had
Yeah.
5 kids, Blanche.
5 kids, like vaginally.
Presumably, she may not have.
I don't think she would. I think she would be presented with the option, and then she'd be like, "No, my body, no, let him take it out of there."
I will say I've delivered children both ways,
Oh,
and there are
yeah.
pros and cons to both.
Yes. Yes.
But both wreck your body. So for any
Mm.
pregnant people out there listening, you'll do great. So the women
You got
go,
this.
you got this. Childbirth is beautiful. So Dorothy feels bad, and so
Yeah.
she goes into Rose's room, and
Mhm.
there is an animatronic, I think an animatronic pig in that bed. At first, I thought it was like a stuffed animal. It's either an animatronic pig or it's a stuffed animal, and the ear has like a string tied to it. Because when
Yeah.
Blanche, I was watching Baby like a hawk. I was like, is that a real pig? When Blanche shows Baby the photo and he squeals, his ear moved a little bit. So I was like,
Yeah.
okay, that is either an animatronic ear or someone was like pulling it with the string. I don't know. What do you
I
think that
definitely
was?
think well, I don't think it was animatronic. I don't think they had
I don't,
yeah, I
I
definitely don't
mean,
think it was animatronic, but I do think that there was maybe somebody in that bed that we don't know.
or like on the floor.
Yeah. Yeah, there was
Yeah.
something going on. There was something going on in that, but it definitely
There
wasn't
was
a pig.
There was a situation
There was a
happening.
situation happening.
Okay. I'm curious to know everybody else. What did you think that pig was?
Yeah.
Is it like Alf, where they just like built the stage up higher than everyone else, and then there's just like puppeteers that live beneath the floor?
Do you ever think, I sometimes worry, because I've seen the bloopers for Alf, and I sometimes worry about Alf getting the Me Too movement or
Well,
treatment.
well, I think the guy behind Alf certainly did,
Did he?
right?
Has he? I don't know.
I think so. I mean, that stuff's all out there.
Okay, well then maybe he has, and I'm just
So,
not with it. Well, let's just remember, Alf was voiced by somebody. Don't cancel Alf. Cancel
yeah.
the man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they're
Yeah.
pretty close intertwined. I don't know that we're going to get an Alf movie anytime soon. Anyway, ultimately, the women decide to send Baby home. Dorothy's able to get Blanche on board and Sophia on board. And I'm wondering, how do you think they ultimately got Baby home? Because I agree that a plane probably wouldn't have been a good idea.
I think it
Like a
probably was a
train?
plane. I think it probably was a
You
plane. I
think
mean,
so?
yeah, that's a far way for Baby to go. I feel like a plane is probably the best bet.
Do you
You
think they
know?
just gave Baby some like trazodone or something to kind of like knock her
God, I
out?
wish I could do that.
Yeah. I that was the one thing I like kind of agreed with Blanche when she's like, Baby's sick. Do we really want to put Baby on a plane? I was like, oh, she does actually make a really good point. Like, is that just going to be worse? But
Also, could Baby, I mean, I get Baby wants to be, I don't know. I'm torn. I'm gonna sound like an asshole here, but like it is a pig, and the pig does not have long to live, and just let Baby be on a farm with other pigs in Florida. Like
do you
I
think
don't,
there were, yeah? Do you
I
think
don't
there were,
think I don't think the pig is gonna be like, oh, where's Deborah? I really need to see Deborah, the pig
but
friend.
Baby squealed when Baby saw photos of his farm in Minnesota.
But did they show other photos to compare if the pig squealed or not? Is the pig just squealing? Like, that's what I want to know. Like, what if you put a picture of Deborah Messing in front of the baby? Would the baby squeal? And does that just mean Baby wants to watch Will and Grace?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Is Baby squealing at other things too?
Yeah.
These are all great questions. Wow.
Like,
We're
I bet
really
you
doing a good deep dive into the care of Baby, the pig.
I bet you the baby, if you put bacon in front of it, it would be like, no. So like, I think the pig is just squealing.
Maybe. I mean, look, at the end of the day, it was back in Minnesota for 36 hours and then died.
And then died.
So.
That's what I'm saying. Put it on a farm locally.
There's a great joke where Dorothy, before they get the letter from Rose's cousin saying that baby died,
Yeah.
Dorothy's talking about how she's so glad that they gave baby back because she didn't like the way that they were behaving when they thought they had money. And
Mm-hmm.
then Rose is like, "Oh, I got this letter from my cousin who took baby." And Dorothy rushes over and goes, "Please let there be cash in it. I can't stand being poor another day."
I related to that so much. So much.
I
Oh my
mean, look,
God.
it would have been nice for that cousin to share some of the money with Rose, since
Yes.
Rose, you know what I mean? I would
Rose
have,
did
if I were that
something
cousin, I would have split
good.
the money. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. You would have, because you're a smart, good person.
And then the episode ends with one of those really fun on location shots
Which are
that they
so
shoot,
rare.
which are so rare, where the women are riding in the Mercedes as it's being towed away, so they can just have a little taste of the money and what it would feel like.
I
It's so
love
funny
that.
looking through the windshield. Like, it's not actually the women in the car, it's stand-ins,
No.
but you can see like a big blonde poof of hair that's supposed to be Rose, I think, in the driver's seat.
I love it so
Um,
much. Such a fun episode.
yeah, it's really fun. I like Sophia has so many jokes in that episode. There's one I wrote down that I didn't get to say that I loved. When baby is sick and Rose wants to look for the thermometer and she's like, "But I don't know what a pig's, normal temperature should be." She
Mm-hmm.
goes, "I know a ham turns out nicely at 325." And then she's like, "Oh, I mean, it's just, yeah, watch this episode for the Sophia jokes and for the giddy Dorothy. It's really
So
fun."
good. Well, should we take a break and come back with our golden tags?
Sure.
Okay. Bye, y'all. Ham. And we are back with our golden takeaways, which is a nugget of truth that you can apply to our listeners or you yourself and things. I've been doing this for 10 years. Kerri,
I
what
know, but
is
you've had a
your...
week.
I
They know
know,
what
I
it is.
have. What is your golden takeaway from this
Um,
episode?
my golden takeaway kind of goes back to what I was saying at the beginning of this episode about, when the women think they're taking in an actual baby and being mothers again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know this, but any person who is 35 years or older, if they get pregnant, do you know what that pregnancy is officially referred to as?
Geriatric.
Mm-hmm. A
Yeah.
geriatric pregnancy.
Yeah.
So I've now had 2 geriatric pregnancies,
Yeah.
and we need to come up with another name for that because
Oh, yeah.
it's offensive, it's shitty, and it
Yeah.
makes people feel old. It makes you feel old. So I think that we need to start pitching on other things to call it other than a geriatric pregnancy.
I don't
I have no
know.
ideas,
I
but
mean, I'm with you. I get it. But sometimes medical terms just suck. Like, for example, cancer. Cancer sucks. It's a bad word. It makes you feel bad. But yet, you can't get away from it. Like, it's there. Or, Crohn's disease.
mhm,
Like, we all know you can't poop. Like, you're struggling to poop. And it's called Crohn's disease. I think that's even named after someone. Can you imagine having a disease named after you because you can't poop? Like,
yeah,
I don't think any word you give something, but then again, geriatric pregnancy is for something that is positive, not cancer, not bad pooping, but positive. So maybe it does warrant a better name because Like, you can't get away from the bad things of cancer and Crohn's disease. But why do I
It
sound
just
like a
feels
commercial?
geriatric pregnancy feels judgmental.
It
Like,
does. It
really?
does.
You're going to have a baby this late in life?
Yeah. What would you
Good
call it
luck with
then?
your geriatric pregnancy. I don't know. Like, fun size candy bar pregnancy, Skittles pregnancy,
Fun-sized cat.
literally anything else. Rainbow sparkles pregnancy.
No,
Like,
it has to be. You know what it could be? You know what it could be? Because the
golden
Golden
pregnancy.
Girls. Yes, that's where I was going. Golden pregnancy.
There, golden pregnancy. That
Yeah.
sounds lovely. So
Golden
let's
gestation.
do it. A golden gestation. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Thank
That
you.
sounds like, oh, did you go to Vegas and see the golden gestations play at the Mirage?
It was a bunch of pregnant old ladies.
It was a great show. I'm not old. But yeah, I do think about how old I'm going to be when Coco graduates from college or from high school. I do think about stuff like that. Anyway, this has been a really long golden takeaway. Your turn. You talk.
My golden takeaway from this episode is I recently had some bacon in Houston. And it was...
You ate baby.
No. I did eat baby, but it was, what do they call it? Applewood? Something
Applewood smoked
bacon. And I'm going to say something controversial. That's bullshit bacon. I don't think I need the Applewood. Like, I don't think that actually is good for bacon. I think it needs to be, I don't know if there are other varieties. I don't know bacon well enough. I don't eat bacon enough. But I ate it and I was like, this is almost too smoked. It's too smoked.
Too smoked.
And I love bacon. But it was like chewy bacon. And I like a crispy bacon.
I like crispy.
When you're putting on a sandwich and you smash the bread in and the bacon kind of turns into bacon bits, becomes a bacon bit sandwich. Like,
did you know, by the way, bacon bits are vegan? Just saying.
I did know that. I did know that. Yes. So that's really my golden takeaway is Applewood smoked bacon is bullshit.
Applewood smoked bacon, geriatric pregnancies. We're
over you. You're out of here. 2026. You can't come.
You're gone. Well, everyone, this has been a blast. Thank you all so much for listening to another episode of Out on the Lanai. We'll catch you back here hopefully next week for more Golden Girls greatness. And before we go, we meant to mention earlier up top, for those in the GGVIP club, we are going to try to do a live watch along on March 29th. So keep an eye out for an alert on the Patreon. That's what we're trying for. It's not this Sunday, but next Sunday. That's what we're aiming for. So everybody keep an eye out for that.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. And if you want, you can head on over to patreon.com/Golden Girls Podcast and sign up. If you sign up at the $8 a month level, that's what gets you into our fun live watch-alongs.
Oh, my God. And yes, we are a part of Moguls of Media. So go subscribe to Mommy Plus and all of the other things you can do over at Mom. We're also on social media ourselves because it's the world now. At Golden Girls Pod on Twitter, Out on the Lanai official on Instagram, Golden Girls Pod on Facebook, and me, well, glad you asked. I'm HAlanScott / Sadie Pines on most things.
And if you want to do something nice for the podcast, you can leave us a rating and review wherever you get this podcast because it helps more people discover our podcast and join our lovely kick-ass community of Golden Girls fans.
And remember,
as always,
stay golden.
Stay golden.
Stay golden. Hats off. Hats off. Hats off. Am I being heard?
Out on the Lanai is not endorsed by Whit Thomas Harris Productions, Touchstone Television, Disney, or any of its subsidiaries. It is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only.
All names, pictures, audio, and video clips of the Golden Girls are registered trademarks and/or copyrights of their respective trademark and/or copyright holders.